We all watched Batman and his Batmobile. But did you know that a real purpose-built Batmobile existed? Today, I will talk about the Lockheed XM-808. In 1965, Lockheed made one very specific 8-wheel vehicle and proposed the idea to Army. It was an outrageous vehicle that had features that no other vehicle had. One of them being the incredible advanced and complex suspension and steering system. But let's start with basics. It had not one but two engines, one placed in front and one in rear. Both engines are Chrysler H440. It's a V8 gasoline engine with 290 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque, or 540 Nm. The combined output is 580 horsepower and 800 foot-pounds of torque, or almost 1100 Nm. Both engines are paired with two 6-speed Allison automatic transmissions that sit next to each engine with transfer case connecting them. The vehicle was armored with plating and 6-layer bulletproof glass. The vehicle also had a turret with 20mm gun. They also built open-top version that wasn't armored. The vehicle was 5.6 meters long, or 18.5 feet, not bigger than some military trucks. Let's talk about its outrageous suspension and steering. Some vehicles have double wishbone suspension, some have articulation joints, and some have drilling arms. Some even have boomerang suspension. But the XM-808 has all of it, and I really mean all of it. First of all, the vehicle was 8-wheel drive, with 4 wheels in the front section and 4 in the rear. The front engine powered the 4 front wheels, and the rear engine powered 4 rear ones. The rear section had trailing arm suspension that moved up and down. On that, they added articulating boomerang beam, and on that, they mounted 2 wheels. Same on the other side, but they didn't steer. The front section has independent double wishbone suspension on all wheels. That's a very unique combination, right? But there is even more. The front and rear sections have a joint in the middle that articulates left and right 35 degrees, similar to a loader. This is still not the end. The whole front section can pivot forward and back to further enhance its capability. Do you want more moving parts? Well, the front and rear sections can roll independently with the joint in the middle. And this is still not the end. The front wheels of the forward section steered. And it wasn't a normal steering. The hydraulic joint in the middle and the front wheels steered together, and a special Ackerman geometry was carefully designed so that the wheels followed each other. This vehicle truly combined everything. The vehicle also had 2 transmission levers, presumably because that would allow for one engine to be off when cruising, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Was it effective? Well, it absolutely was. The vehicle glided over obstacles. All those joints and suspensions allowed it to place all 8 wheels firmly on the ground. I also heard that it was supposed to be amphibious. Army personnel, once they got used to it, liked it. It was easy to steer and it was very stable. The vehicle was fast and it was designed that way because the idea was to go places faster than other vehicles of its size and faster than tanks. The test drivers reported that the vehicle had very interesting behavior, but it was easy to drive. The vehicle had 60-40 rear-to-front weight distribution, and it weighed around 10 tons. It was unstoppable and could achieve incredible speed off-road. The top speed was 90 km an hour or 55 miles an hour. Not much quicker than some other vehicles on asphalt, but the point was high speed on harsh terrain. The XM-808 was a prototype vehicle, and it had some design choices that were different compared to the future production model. The rear wheels had limited slip differentials. The front end had open diffs, because the limited slips that they had before broke under load. They had 2 options, to put stronger limited slip differentials or to put open diffs. They chose open diffs because it was cheaper and they could get back to testing faster. On production models, they would develop stronger limited slips. But the vehicle never went into production. The reason was its pretty bad fuel economy of just 2 mpgs or 117 liters per 100 kilometers. They also had plans to add diesel instead of gasoline engines. I'm sure that they would address a lot of that on production version. But due to budget cuts, the project was cancelled. Today, you can see the XM-808 in the museum. That's all that I have for today. See you next time. Consider subscribing.